Have you ever wondered what life was like before the Age of Dinosaurs? Let's take a journey back in time, way back to a period known as the Hadean Eon. Our planet was just taking shape, a fiery molten mass spinning in the vast expanse of space. This was a time of chaotic beauty, a time when the Earth was just beginning to find its identity. As the eons passed, the Earth settled down, cooling and forming a solid crust. Volcanic activity was rampant, belching out gases that would eventually form the Earth's early atmosphere. It was a harsh, inhospitable world, but it was also the cradle of life. The next stage in our journey brings us to the Archean Eon. The Earth was now 1 billion years old, and it was during this time that life began to take root. But don't imagine dinosaurs, or even plants for that matter. Life in the Archean was microscopic, simple and single-celled. These were the humble beginnings of life on Earth. These single-celled organisms, known as prokaryotes, were the first forms of life to grace our planet. They didn't have a nucleus, and they reproduced by splitting in two. It was a simple existence, but it was the blueprint for all life to come. As these prokaryotes thrived, they began to evolve, becoming more complex. They developed a nucleus, becoming what we now call eukaryotes. This was a major step forward in the evolution of life. But life during the Archean Eon wasn't just about survival, it was also about transformation. These early organisms were responsible for one of the most significant events in Earth's history, the Great Oxygenation Event. They began to produce oxygen through photosynthesis, forever changing the composition of the Earth's atmosphere. So there you have it. The world before dinosaurs was a place of fiery beginnings, microscopic life and monumental transformations. It was a world in the making, a world preparing for the rise of more complex life forms. As we journey forward in time, we start to see the world becoming more recognizable. As time marched on, life evolved and began to take on more complex forms. This journey of evolution took us from the single-celled organisms we explored earlier to an era where life became more intricate and diverse, the Proterozoic Eon. The Proterozoic Eon, spanning from 2.5 billion to about 540 million years ago, was indeed a time of profound change. During this lengthy period, life made one of its most significant leaps, the evolution of multicellular organisms. This transition from single-celled to multicellular life was not a simple flip of a switch, but a slow and gradual process, filled with countless trials and errors, successes and extinctions. But what sparked this complexity? The answer lies in a remarkable event known as the Cambrian explosion. Occurring roughly 540 million years ago, the Cambrian explosion was a relatively short evolutionary event that saw a dramatic burst of diversification in life forms. It was during this period that most of the major groups of animals first appeared in the fossil record. This was the biological Big Bang that brought us the first complex organisms. Amidst the complex organisms that emerged, the first plants began to take root. These early plants, simple multicellular organisms, served as the foundation for the diverse vegetation we see today. They played a crucial role in shaping the Earth's climate and providing a habitat for the first animals to thrive. Speaking of animals, the Proterozoic Eon also saw the rise of the first animals. These early creatures were simple, soft-bodied multicellular organisms. Over time they evolved, diversified, and gave rise to the ancestors of all animals we know today. The Proterozoic Eon was a pivotal time in Earth's history, a time of transformation that laid the groundwork for the world as we know it. With the stage set, life was about to take a dramatic turn. The world was teeming with life, but it was not as we know it today. Welcome to the Paleozoic Era, a period that spanned from roughly 540 million to 250 million years ago. This fascinating window of time is often hailed as the age of fish and insects, a prehistoric epoch where life in the oceans truly began to flourish and diversify. Let's dive in, quite literally, to the world under the waves. Here, the first true fish began to make their appearance. Pioneers of the deep, these creatures were the earliest known vertebrates, beings with backbones, setting the stage for much of the life we see on Earth today. Among these early swimmers were the jawless fish, a group that included the ancient and armored ostracoderms, but life wasn't limited to the water. On land, another exciting chapter of evolution was unfolding. The first insects, the planet's original air travelers, began to emerge. These tiny creatures took to the skies, buzzing and fluttering about in a world that was still largely devoid of birdsong. From dragonflies the size of seagulls to millipedes as long as a car, the insects of this era were a far cry from the ones we know today. The Paleozoic Era also saw the rise of the first amphibians, a crucial link between life in the sea and life on land. These adaptable creatures capable of living both in water and on terra firma were descendants of the fish that had evolved the ability to breathe air and crawl onto the shore. Yet, the Paleozoic era met a tragic end with the Great Permian Extinction. This catastrophic event, which occurred around 250 million years ago, was the Earth's most severe extinction episode, wiping out nearly 90% of all species. It was a devastating blow to the world's biodiversity, but as we know, life is resilient. Life had come a long way, but the best was yet to come. The stage was set for the rise of a new kind of creature. As we delve deeper into Earth's history, we arrive at a critical juncture, the Mesozoic Era. This was the Age of Reptiles, a time when these cold-blooded creatures ruled the world. The Mesozoic Era, spanning from approximately 252 to 66 million years ago, is often dubbed as the Age of Reptiles. This era marked a significant shift in the evolution of life on Earth, as it saw the emergence of the first true reptiles. These creatures, unlike their amphibian predecessors, had developed tough, scaly skin and hard-shelled eggs, enabling them to survive in a variety of environments, from arid deserts to lush forests. But it wasn't just reptiles that were making their debut. The Mesozoic era also saw the birth of the first mammals. These warm-blooded creatures were small, nocturnal, and often burrowed underground. They coexisted with the reptiles but were far from dominant. And then, there were the first birds. Originating from theropod dinosaurs, these feathered creatures began to take flight, adding a new dimension to life on Earth. The evolution that took place during the Mesozoic era was truly remarkable. But among all the creatures that emerged during this time, one group stood out: the dinosaurs. These creatures evolved into an incredibly diverse group, with sizes ranging from that of a chicken to giants that stretched over 100 feet long. From the swift and deadly velociraptor to the towering titanosaurus, dinosaurs came in all shapes and sizes. These creatures dominated the land, and their reign would last for over 160 million years, making them one of the most successful groups in Earth's history. As the Mesozoic era progressed, dinosaurs continued to evolve, becoming more specialized and diverse. They filled every ecological niche, from the highest trees to the deepest oceans. They were the rulers of the Earth. The world was now dominated by a new kind of creature, the dinosaur. These magnificent beasts born out of the Age of Reptiles would leave a lasting legacy on our planet, forever etching their place in the annals of Earth's history. The Age of Dinosaurs had begun. This era, known as the Mesozoic Era, was a time of extraordinary diversity and dominance. Imagine a world where dinosaurs were the apex predators, the rulers of their domains, and the undisputed masters of the Earth. The dinosaur kingdom was not a monolith. It was a vibrant, ever-changing tapestry of life, displaying a dazzling array of sizes, shapes, and styles. From the colossal long-necked sauropods striding across the plains to the agile velociraptors darting through the forests, dinosaurs came in all forms. Their reign was not just about size and strength, but also about the evolution of remarkable adaptations, like the flight of pterosaurs and the protective armor of ankylosaurs. And in this era, the world was also blooming, quite literally. The first flowering plants, known as angiosperms, started to appear, adding color and diversity to the landscape. These flowering plants played a crucial role in shaping modern ecosystems, providing food and habitat for a myriad of species, including our dinosaur rulers. The Reign of Dinosaurs was a testament to the magnificence of nature's creativity and adaptability. It was a time of giants, of creatures that roamed the earth in a scale and grandeur that we can hardly comprehend today. Dinosaurs ruled the world, but nothing lasts forever. The world was about to change, setting the stage for a new era and new rulers. The Age of Dinosaurs came to a dramatic end. A cataclysmic event known as the KT Extinction marked the close of the Mesozoic Era. The world was plunged into darkness as a massive asteroid impact kicked up dust and debris, obscuring the sun for years. This caused a dramatic drop in temperature and led to the extinction of 3/4 of Earth's plant and animal species, including our colossal dinosaur friends. And so, the Age of Dinosaurs came to an end, paving the way for a new era of life on Earth. The transition from pre-dinosaur era to the dinosaur age was a time of dramatic change. Our journey began in a world untouched by dinosaurs, where single-celled organisms were the kings of the landscape. As time marched on, multicellular life rose, transforming the planet and paving the way for more complex creatures. The age of fish and insects ushered in a new era of biodiversity. filling the oceans and the skies with life. But the planet was ready for yet another revolution, the Age of Reptiles, setting the stage for the mighty dinosaurs. Their reign, marked by dominance and diversity, became a defining chapter of Earth's history. But, like all good things, this too came to an end, closing the curtain on the dinosaur age. Each transition, each era, shaped the world as we know it, leaving behind a rich tapestry of life. The world has seen many changes, but the legacy of the dinosaurs lives on.